In this video, we'll be looking at Roy Lichtenstein's 1963 piece, Drowning Girl. It is currently on display at the MoMA in New York City. The exhibit is called From Soup Cans to Flying Saucers, 1940s to 1970s Collection. Born and raised in New York, Roy Lichtenstein was an American pop artist born into an upper-middle-class Jewish family. After attending public school and graduating from New York's Dwight School, he attended Ohio State University. He would go on to receive a Master of Fine Arts degree in 1949 after serving 3 years in the Army. He then taught at various universities in New York and New Jersey while creating art that would make him a leading figure in the new art movement. His work would go on to be exhibited in places such as the National Gallery of Art in Washington, D.C., the Tate Modern in London, and the Art Institute of Chicago. Drowning Girl is one of Lichtenstein's most notable works. It is composed of oil and acrylic on canvas, its size being 5 feet 8 inches high by 5 feet 7 inches wide. It portrays a tearful woman who is drowning in water and visibly upset, what seems to be because of a romantic relationship. His work is known for being humorous and influenced by comic strips, and also popular at advertising. Rather than attempt to reproduce his subjects, Lichtenstein's work tackled the way in which the mass media portrays them. He would never take himself too seriously. Through the use of a thought bubble, the distressed woman exclaims, "I don't care, I'd rather sink than call Brad for help." The woman from Drowning Girl is originally seen on the cover of a 1962 DC comic called Run for Love. It shows a girl drowning in the waves, but thinking, "I don't care if I have a cramp, I'd rather sink than call Mal for help instead." A man, presumably Mal, is seen in the background of the cover. In his piece, Lichtenstein has blown up this comic book image, cropping it so that viewers' attention goes straight to the face of the drowning girl. The man is not seen as it is in the original comic cover. The woman's head takes up more than half of the canvas. We see her left hand coming out of the water, and a bit of her right shoulder. The rest of her body is not visible, as it's buried into the water. Lichtenstein uses his signature bend-date dots throughout this painting, a process named after illustrator and painter Benjamin Henry Day Jr. that dates back to 1879. These small colored dots are used to create color and shading, which allowed Lichtenstein to maintain the comic book aesthetic. When the dots are placed closer together, a darker hue is created, while a lighter hue is created when the dots are placed further apart. This technique can be seen when examining the lip of the girl. Clustered dots are used to create a darker hue of pink, while more spaced out dots are used to create a lighter area. The waves that surround the rest of the canvas are outlined in black and filled in by blue dots, creating a sense of movement around the woman. As viewers, we feel as if the water is moving and the waves are crashing into the woman, causing her to become even more stressed. Many critics viewed Lichtenstein's work as a form of plagiarism and as being unoriginal, since he would replicate comics and ads. Lichtenstein responded to these claims, stating the closer the work is to the original, the more threatening and critical the content. Lichtenstein was interested in how the pretty girl is often portrayed in comic books, and how they are seen as being drawn realistically, yet, in reality, women do not look the way they are portrayed in comics. Considering Lichtenstein changed the written text that was displayed in the thought bubble of the original comic, it went from being about the woman having a cramp in the water to just not want anything to do with Brad. I can't help but feel sympathetic towards her. Cropping out the man from the background also supports my claim. We are more focused on the woman in Lichtenstein's piece. I believe Lichtenstein wanted people to think about how women are portrayed and seen throughout media by replicating a comic cover and building off the humor and idea behind it.